I might be one of the very few persons. In fact, I believe I am the only person that does not rate this PSG team at all. I do not consider PSG one of the greatest teams in the history of the Champions League. I do not consider PSG one of the greatest teams of all time. In fact, I believe that no PSG player should be given the Ballon d'Or.
The summary of the post is that he does not rate PSG as one of the best teams to have won the UEFA Champions League, and that PSG has an unfair advantage. I see sense and a lot of points in what Adika said. But as football fans, there are context in all of these things. Cristiano Ronaldo, Gareth Bale, Luka Modric, Toni Kroos, Sergio Ramos. If they are in their prime now and you want to buy them now, they will cost way more than this PSG team. Everything Adika said was spot on. But the only thing I think he neglected was the genius of Luis Enrique. Now, to put it into context, the PSG president took over as the chairman of the QSI in 2011. Since 2011 up until now, PSG has had Carlo Ancelotti, Pochettino, Christopher Gatlia, Thomas Tuchel, Laurent Blanc, has had Unai Emery as their head coach. These are the ones I can remember right now. They had these coaches before Luis Enrique came. And from 2011 to 2023, that's about 12 years, PSG got to only one UEFA Champions League final and got to just 2 semi-finals. To put it into context, Luis Enrique's first season, he got to the semi-finals. The second season, he won the Champions League. The third, he won the Champions League. And in all of this season, he never failed to win the League One. For some of them, they did not win it. There are years they skipped. They missed out on the League One. For some of these coaches I mentioned. That PSG is managing its minutes well and they have games being postponed and shifted. It's not on them. Other leagues can do that. It's League One looking out for its own. This team is well oiled and well grilled because of the genius and the person of Luis Enrique. Let us not forget that. It's not their fault that they play in the League One. If you say it's unfair advantage, you should also know that since this president took over in 2011 up until now, it's that same advantage, unfair advantage they've had. They've played the same number of games. They did not even reach. In fact, the Champions League got more intense because the number of games increased. So why didn't other coaches win it? Why didn't they use the unfair advantage to their own advantage? Why is it only Luis Enrique? It tells you a lot. Man is a genius. We must not underestimate his technique and his style in all of this. Luis Enrique is that factor. It's not the players. It's the structure. It's the system. It's the man on the wheels of steel. Like I tell some of my fellow creators, 2 truths can coexist. The fact that you think they have an unfair advantage, it's not on them. It's just that Luis Enrique is making us see the unfair advantage. Elite coaches went there and they could not survive. Unai Emery, in all of his glory as a coach, could not go past round of 16. At a time, the PSG team had Lionel Messi, Neymar, and Kylian Mbappe in the front line. Nothing to show for. And in 3 years, a man wins 13 trophies. Come on, man. It speaks more about the coach than the players. It speaks more about the system, the structure the coach has put in place than all of these things Adika mentioned.